What if I told you there's an animal that eats king cobras for breakfast, isn't afraid of lions, knows how to use tools, and has officially made it into the Guinness Book of Records for its insane bravery? No, it's not some mythical beast or a comic book superhero. This is the honey badger. This animal, which weighs only up to 16 kilograms, challenges the laws of nature and logic itself. Its Latin name, Mellivora capensis, hints at its love for honey, but it doesn't even begin to reveal 1/10 of its crazy personality. Today we're diving deep into the world of this incredible creature. We'll find out how it's similar to its northern cousin, the wolverine, one of its closest relatives, along with martens. We'll learn why its skin is almost impenetrable armor, and how it manages to survive bites from the most venomous snakes on the planet. Get ready, because this is the story of the absolute anarchist of the animal world. This is the complete biography of the honey badger. At first glance, the honey badger doesn't impress with its size. Its maximum body length is only 77 centimeters, and the tail adds another 20 to 30 centimeters. Its height at the shoulder is just up to 28 centimeters. Males are much larger than females. The females rarely exceed 10 kilograms, while males can weigh from 9 to 16 kilograms. However, despite this, the honey badger is the largest land representative of the weasel family in Africa. This family also includes smaller animals like the African striped weasel, the African polecat, or the zorilla. It might seem like nothing special, but as they say, the devil is in the details. The honey badger is a compact and incredibly strong animal with short but extremely powerful legs. Each paw is armed with giant claws. On the front paws, they can reach 4 to 5 centimeters. These aren't just claws, they're personal excavators that can dig a hole in hard ground in just a few minutes. And so that dirt doesn't get into their ears while digging. Honey badgers have small, almost invisible ears. Despite fairly weak eyesight, the honey badger relies on its phenomenal sense of smell, which allows it to flawlessly find, for example, beetle larvae half a meter underground. This makes it an outstanding forager. When it comes to finishing the job, it uses not only its claws but also its incredibly powerful jaws. Its teeth, especially the molars, are adapted for crushing meat and bones rather than slicing them. The bite force allows it to easily crunch through turtle shells, bones, and tough insects. But its main feature is its skin. It's incredibly thick, up to 6 millimeters on the back, and so loose that if you grab a honey badger by the scruff, it can easily turn around inside its own skin and bite you back. This armor is so effective that arrows, spears, machetes, and even the teeth of many predators can't pierce it. There are documented cases where snake bites couldn't inject venom because of this rubbery protection. Its two-tone coloring is a classic example of aposematism, or warning coloration. The wide silvery gray stripe that runs from its head to its tail seems to tell the world, "I'm dangerous, so stay away." The lower part of its body, face, and paws are coal black. However, this signature color has variations. The most striking ones are completely black or melanistic individuals. This variant is much rarer and is usually found in honey badgers living in forested areas, for example, in northern Democratic Republic of Congo. The shade of the silvery mantle can vary from pure white to grayish or even straw-colored. Its width can also differ depending on the subspecies and region. In total, there are 12 recognized subspecies of the honey badger. Now let's compare it with the wolverine. Although the wolverine is much larger and can weigh up to 32 kilograms and is adapted to cold climates, both species represent the peak of evolution, endurance, and aggression in their weight class. What unites these two animals is an incomprehensible fury, disproportionate strength per unit of mass, and an incredible will to survive, which makes them true soul brothers. So where does this king of fearlessness live? His territory is actually huge. The honey badger lives across most of Africa south of the Sahara. It can also be found on the Arabian Peninsula, in Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, Turkmenistan, Pakistan, India, and Nepal. The honey badger's adaptability is simply amazing. Savannas, dense forests, steppes, semi-deserts, and even mountainous areas at altitudes up to 4,000 meters. A honey badger can live anywhere there's food and the possibility to dig a burrow. It's not picky about interior design. Usually, it digs its own burrow from 1 to 3 meters deep with a spacious nesting chamber, but it has no qualms about occupying an abandoned home of an aardvark, warthog, or termite mound. The honey badger isn't tied to one house. Being mostly solitary, it leads a nomadic lifestyle across a huge individual territory. In males, it can reach 500 square kilometers. For comparison, the maximum territory of wolves is up to 2,000 square kilometers. Within its territory, the honey badger has dozens of temporary shelters, abandoned burrows, crevices, or termite mounds. It rarely stays in one of them for more than a day. Its activity depends on the climate. In hot regions, it leads a nocturnal lifestyle, while in cold mountainous areas it can be active during the day. The only exception is a female with cubs, who sets up a permanent den. The honey badger is a convinced loner and the true master of vast spaces. It only meets relatives to continue the species, and spends the rest of its time on its huge individual territory. It actively marks its possessions with secretions from its anal glands. According to eyewitnesses, the smell of this secretion is capable of killing everything alive. This secretion isn't just stinky, it can also paralyze and stun insects. But the real weapon of the honey badger isn't just its smell, but its brilliant intelligence. It is considered one of the smartest animals on the planet. The honey badger is capable not only of learning but also of using and making tools. Observers have described honey badgers using logs to reach kingfisher chicks or rolling objects to climb over a wall. This isn't blind instinct, this is an understanding of cause and effect. A honey badger named Stoffel from a rehabilitation center in South Africa became a legend. He didn't just escape, he carried out a real engineering task. He learned to open locks, built ladders from stones and rakes, and once even molded balls from mud to use them as steps to climb the wall of his enclosure. His brain works on solving complex logical problems, making him an unpredictable and inventive opponent. For its boundless courage, the honey badger has officially entered the Guinness Book of Records as the world's most fearless animal. It earned this title for its well-thought-out combat tactics. Its philosophy is simple: the best defense is a fierce attack. It doesn't hesitate to attack animals that are several times larger than itself: lions, leopards, hyenas, and buffaloes. It doesn't wait for someone to break the rules first. It strikes first. If the honey badger's survival strategy is impressive, then its gastronomic preferences are simply mind-blowing. This animal is a true universal soldier of gastronomy. In fact, it's easier to say what it doesn't eat. Its diet includes over 60 species of animals and plants. It also consumes more fruit than previously thought, so it can be an important seed disperser. And the honey badger isn't shy about eating carrion. Of course, the honey badger got its name from its favorite treat, honey and bee larvae. To get to them, it's ready to endure hundreds of stings from an angry swarm. Its thick skin and determination allow it to completely ignore the bee's security. There's a legendary story about symbiosis with the African honey-guide bird, which supposedly leads it to hives. The mechanism of this interaction is unique. The bird makes special sounds that attract the honey badger's attention, then flies toward the bee nest, giving signals and waiting for the honey badger to follow. When the honey badger reaches the nest, it tears it apart with its powerful claws, and the bird gets its share of wax and larvae. Although this partnership seems mutually beneficial, it doesn't come without arguments. The honey badger doesn't always follow the bird and sometimes ignores its calls, relying on its phenomenal sense of smell. Scientists are still studying the exact mechanism of this interaction, but it fully matches the shrewd and selfish nature of the honey badger. However, the real hardcore of its menu begins when it goes hunting. The honey badger is a living nightmare for the most dangerous venomous snakes in Africa: vipers, cobras, deadly mambas. For it, they're just tasty spaghetti. The secret of its safety lies in a unique biological weapon: resistance to neurotoxins. Special mutations in its nicotinic acetylcholine receptors make it almost immune to alpha neurotoxin, the main component of snake venom. The hunting process itself resembles a deadly ballet. The honey badger provokes the snake, receives a bite that rarely harms it, and then kills it with a lightning-fast counterattack from its powerful jaws. Sometimes the venom still has time to act, but even then it doesn't die. The animal can literally switch off for a few minutes or even hours, being in a kind of paralysis. But then, as if nothing happened, it wakes up and calmly finishes off its prey. Its omnivorousness knows no bounds. It hunts scorpions with the same ease, eating them along with the venomous stinger. It digs rodents out of the ground, cracks strong turtle shells, catches lizards, and isn't even afraid to attack young crocodiles or antelope calves. There have been recorded cases where honey badgers cooperated to attack much larger prey, such as waterbuck, attacking its vulnerable spots. This insatiable appetite makes honey badgers some of the most successful and demanding hunters in their environment. The breeding process of honey badgers, like much of their life, is shrouded in mystery because of their solitary and secretive nature. In the wild, they are extremely rarely seen. These animals don't have a clear breeding season, which allows them to breed at the most favorable time. However, in the Kalahari region, most births still occur between September and October. After a short courtship and mating, which can last up to several days, the male leaves the female forever, completely handing over the care of the offspring to her. Pregnancy in females lasts about 6 to 8 months. Usually 1 or 2 cubs are born in a carefully protected burrow. The cubs are born blind, helpless, almost hairless, and without the characteristic coloring. Their eyes open in about 2 months. The mother combines incredible care with the strictness of a true survival instructor. She fiercely protects the den from any threat, even attacking lions if they dare to approach. But her main task is not to feed, but to teach. The cubs stay with their mother for an abnormally long time, up to 14 or sometimes even 18 months. This period is the only time when honey badgers form a stable social pair. During this time, the mother runs a real Spartan school of survival for them. She gradually teaches them all the wisdom needed for solitary life: how to dig reliable burrows, how to properly attack venomous scorpions, how to neutralize snakes, and how to find and destroy hives while ignoring bee stings. This isn't just play, it's an intensive survival course in extreme conditions where a mistake can cost you your life. It is thanks to this long training that young honey badgers enter adult life fully prepared and unbreakable. In the wild, where danger awaits at every turn, the lifespan of a honey badger is relatively short and is about 7 to 8 years. However, in captivity, where there is no threat from predators, food is always available, and veterinary care is provided, these hardy creatures show a real miracle of longevity, often living to 24 or even 26 years. This difference clearly illustrates how harsh and demanding their natural environment is. The honey badger is not just a unique animal, but a true living bridge to the deep past. It is the only modern representative of its genus and the entire subfamily, making it a real living fossil. This is an evolutionary triumph that has reached our time almost unchanged. Its closest relatives are martens and wolverines, from which it separated back in the Miocene epoch. Its evolutionary history goes back millions of years, when its ancient ancestors such as Eomelivora roamed the territories of modern Asia and North America. These creatures were even larger and more powerful versions of today's honey badgers, real megapredators of their time. One of its closest relatives, Mellivora benfieldi, which lived in South Africa 5 to 7 million years ago, was almost identical to the modern animal in skeletal structure and most likely in behavior. This stability over millions of years is the brightest sign of its evolutionary success. The honey badger model turned out to be so perfect for its niche that natural selection simply had nothing to improve. Its anatomy, physiology, including unique immunity to venom, and behavioral strategies such as fearlessness, intelligence, and omnivorousness have withstood the harshest test of time. The honey badger is living proof that true success in nature lies not in constant change, but in achieving an ideal that withstands all challenges. The first encounter of European science with the honey badger was full of confusion and fascination. The German naturalist Johann Christian Daniel von Schreiber, in his work, Illustrations of Mammals in 1776, gave the first scientific description of this animal. Its specimen was obtained from the Cape of Good Hope. Noticing its external similarity to civets, he classified it as Vivera capensis, the Cape weasel. This name contained a geographical reference and an erroneous systematic affiliation. However, within a few years, the scientific world realized the uniqueness of this find. In 1780, another German zoologist, Gottlieb Conrad Christian Stohr, after carefully studying the animal's anatomy, skull structure, teeth, and other features, understood that it was neither a civet nor a badger. He placed it in a completely new separate genus, Mellivora. This brilliant name combines the Latin words mel and vorare, which literally means the one who eats honey. This change was revolutionary. The Cape rat, or weasel as colonists sometimes called it, got rid of its accidental names and received a proud, precise name that forever linked it to its most famous gastronomic passion. This evolution of the name perfectly illustrates the path of scientific knowledge, from initial observation and possible error to precise analysis and final discovery. From the very beginning of its scientific career, the honey badger forced people to reconsider their ideas and recognize its absolute uniqueness. The relationship between humans and the honey badger is a contradictory mix of fascination, rivalry, and open confrontation. On one hand, its craziness and wit have made it an internet celebrity. The video "Crazy and Mad Honey Badger" has gained hundreds of millions of views, and the honey badger's phrase "I don't care" has become a slogan symbolizing invincible confidence. However, for farmers and beekeepers in Africa and Asia, the honey badger is a real and costly threat. Its intelligence and physical strength make it an ideal saboteur. For it, modern hives are just an interesting puzzle, and raids on chicken coops often end in mass death of birds, causing significant economic losses. The honey badger's ability to split wood and deform metal mesh makes traditional protection methods ineffective. Direct confrontation with humans is rare and only happens when the animal is cornered. But in such a situation, the honey badger will fight with incredible ferocity. That's why in many regions it is persecuted as a pest. In addition, parts of the honey badger's body, especially fat and liver, are used in traditional African medicine to treat rheumatism and ease pain during childbirth. It is also hunted for its fur, which is used to make traditional ceremonial clothing, such as Zulu hats. It would seem that such a resilient beast should thrive. Well, in general, it does. According to the International Union for Conservation of Nature, the honey badger has the status of least concern. Its population is stable, and its range is extremely wide. However, this optimistic status hides serious local threats. In many regions, the number of honey badgers is decreasing. Shooting and poisoning due to agricultural conflicts, plowing of steppes, livestock grazing, and urbanization are breaking up its huge individual territories. Major roads crossing its territory pose a direct deadly danger. Fortunately, more and more conservation organizations are working to reduce these threats. The key direction is helping farmers. Effective methods of property protection are being promoted and implemented. For example, special honey badger-resistant hives with strong frames, electric fences, and reinforced chicken coops with concrete foundations that the animal cannot dig under. It's important to realize that even the most untamable animal on the planet is not invincible in the face of human threats. Preserving the honey badger is also about preserving the health of entire ecosystems, since it plays a key role in controlling populations of harmful rodents and venomous snakes. Its survival depends not only on its own resilience, but also on our ability to find ways of peaceful coexistence. We've traveled through the world of the honey badger, from its amazing anatomy and uncompromising character to its unique survival strategies. We've seen how this small beast, armed only with intelligence, fury, and exceptional physiology, has become a true legend. It lives as the embodiment of the principle that size doesn't matter, which makes even the most fearsome predators back off. The honey badger is a philosophy of life that teaches us never to give up, to go after our goals despite all difficulties, and to boldly challenge any obstacles. Its story is a reminder that true strength lies not in size but in character. And perhaps we should all sometimes be a little more like the honey badger, confident, relentless, and unbeatable.